Thank you very much, Mr. Nazanat. Your call to action was well noted. Now, without further ado, kindly help me welcome the CEO of Nairobi Security Exchange, Mr. Frank Mwiti, for keynote address.
I should start by demonstrating I know a bit of Amharic. Dena aderachu. I am hoping by the next summit I'll be fluent. Your Excellency, Mr. Mamo Meretu, the Governor of the National Bank of Ethiopia, Dr. Gemechu Waktola, the CEO of the ICAP Africa Institute, Mr. Netsanet Lemesa, the CEO of the Ethiopia Insurance Corporation, His Excellency Dr. Samuel Kifle, the President of the Addis Ababa University, representatives of the state corporations and state agencies present, representatives of the capital market participants, representatives of listed and other companies present here today, members of the media, honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to join various stakeholders in the region's financial services sector in the 7th East Africa Finance Summit. I think your presence here today is definitely a testament of your commitment to ongoing economic reforms aimed at supporting the medium to long-term economic growth in Ethiopia, as well as our region. And of course, as a leading economic powerhouse, we are seeing Ethiopia make very strategic decisions aimed at liberalizing its economy and allowing the participation of investors in the financial services sector. And we, of course, in Kenya are particularly keen to be part of this journey. The NSC is delighted to partner with various organizations here to host the East Africa Finance Summit. And today's summit comes at such a strategic period in the country. We strongly believe that this summit stands as a crucial forum for fostering economic cooperation, innovation, and as the previous speaker said, partnership across East Africa's financial services sector. And we at the Nairobi Securities Exchange are, again, very keen to be part and parcel of that journey. Equally, the summit serves as a platform to facilitate dialogue and collaboration aimed at addressing pressing financial challenges and explore opportunities for growth amongst key stakeholders, of course, including policymakers, regulators, and other industry leaders. As changes in the financial services space continue to increase rapidly, this summit provides a unique opportunity to share knowledge, of course, to network, and to forge strategic partnerships that can advance our common goals around financial inclusion, infrastructure development, and of course investment opportunities, particularly here in Ethiopia and of course our larger Eastern Africa region. As some people have said before, no one is going to come build our economies for us. We have to do it together, and I think us cooperating is one of the ways to do that. Moreover, this summit serves as a catalyst for promoting regional integration and, of course, unlocking what we all know is a vast economic potential within the East African community. We have seen over the last few years Ethiopia undertake strategic economic reforms aimed at opening up its economy to foreign investments. These are very welcome developments. And of course, we know that these strategic developments hold paramount importance for the country's economic growth and stability. And we in Kenya know that the rise of Ethiopia is good for all of us. So we are rooting for you, and we really do want your success to, of course, be our success as well. We would want to work collaboratively to support the attraction of foreign investment and capital inflows into Ethiopia, and of course to stimulate economic development across the region as well, East Africa. And so we think that reforms that enable the country to tap a broader pool of investors, both domestic and international, will help yourselves and ourselves diversify the sources of capital and of course reduce the dependency on traditional forms of financing and other forms of financing where we don't have much say. I'm extremely proud of the commitment, of course, of the government of Ethiopia to establish the Ethiopian Securities Exchange. I think the proposed establishment of the Ethiopian Securities Exchange will mark an absolutely decisive point in enhancing Ethiopia's appeal to foreign investors, and will be a critical addition to the region's financial services sector growth. Domestic capital markets are an important economic tool. If well harnessed, they have the potential, unique potential, I should say, to accelerate sustainable economic growth that is needed to broaden prosperity and drive widespread wealth creation. In fact, it is one of the most effective tools for democratizing wealth. If ever there was a tool devised by, let's call it the capital markets system, the Securities Exchange is actually truly a real tool for democratizing access to opportunities, but even more importantly, democratizing access to wealth creation for all our brothers and sisters, wherever they may be. And of course, deeper and more efficient equity and debt markets provide an effective and efficient way of mobilizing domestic resources and international capital to foster and to manage long-term risk, and of course to support long-term investments such as infrastructure, which we know requires really patient and long-term capital. And I think the capital markets space and of course the Securities Exchange in various forms offer one of the best tools to support that. Through this summit, we hope that the conversations we'll have in the next 2 days will build the momentum that is required for us to unlock the opportunities we see, and more importantly, create the foundation for us to build on for future interactions. Finally, I would like to encourage us to support each other as we grow our different organizations. Partnerships can, of course, be a force for accelerated growth across different areas of our operations. And I would like to extend my gratitude to all the partners, sponsors, and speakers of this summit. I believe this summit will unlock opportunities and open horizons for all financial services players in our region in East Africa. And I wish you fruitful deliberations, and I look forward to engaging with you further as we continue to work towards the development of our region and more specifically our capital markets. I thank you. Asanteni.